Hey everyone, welcome back to the Buildory. Today we will be looking at one part of the Pac-Man set, which is LEGO set 10323. Specifically, we will be looking at this arcade tribute vignette. It's really cute and it has a lot of fun details. It goes into the back of the actual set. We also have this topper that shows two of the ghosts and Pac-Man. It does turn, which is really fun, and you can see the movement of the ghosts and Pac-Man. And so it's really cool. As I said, I'll only be showing the vignette, but I'll do another video on the topper as well as the actual Pac-Man set. If you're interested in it, I'll have to do that in a lot of different parts. If you're new to the Buildory, welcome. The point of these videos is to provide you with a building experience. Not everyone is able to build, whether it's due to a physical or financial limitation, and so I try and provide you with the next best thing. Let me know if you enjoy this set and you want to see the rest of the parts, but we will get right into building the little vignette. Right before we get into building, I did want to mention that this is a new microphone setup. I have the Blue Yeti. Let me know if you enjoy the actual sound, if you want me to make adjustments. We will start off with a 6x12 gray plate, and we need to make the floor pattern, which is kind of a retro design. So it mainly just uses a bunch of tile pieces in this dark blue, this turquoise, and this light blue shade. We'll just go ahead and attach on the different tiles. Okay, and then next we will just do the top and the bottom with these 1x2 tiles. So we do 3 on the top and 3 more on the bottom. So now we can actually start to make some of the design with these different colored blue pieces. But this one is interesting because it is not a perfect corner, so it allows for some nice stacking. Just stick that in there. Another blue tile. Now this half 2x2 tile that's turquoise, and that fits into the corner here. Our 1x1 tile. We'll just keep on making the rest of the pattern. And so this is really the main design, and then we'll just continue it on the rest of the plate. I went ahead and added this tile. I forgot to do that earlier. And then finish with one more blue tile. So there we have the floor. We'll leave this corner open because we're going to include a little piece that kind of looks like a TV or another arcade game. Let me know what you think. I think it looks really cool. They did a nice job of making it simple, but also unique and fun. We'll set this off to the side for now, and we will start by building the little Pac-Man arcade machine. So we'll use this 1x2x2 snot brick. It has 2 studs on all the sides and then 4 studs on the front, but no studs on the back. So we'll stack 2 1x2 black plates. We'll use these 1x1 stud bricks that are rounded. They'll go on either side, as so, and then hold them together with a 1x2 plate. So we'll start to build out the front. And then now we'll use a 1x2 brick that has a hole in the center for a Technic pin, and that's going to go on this front part here, which will then allow for this Technic pin that has a ball on top, and that just fits right in. And as you can imagine, it's going to act as the little joystick. Now, because I've already built this set, I've already added the sticker. I kind of wish that they had made this a printed plate, but I'm sorry that I won't be able to show you actually putting the sticker on. It has a little ghost on there, and that fits right onto the front. Now we need to build up the actual back of the screen, and so we'll start by using this 1x2 plate with a 1x2 bracket, and that will allow for stacking on the front. Top it with a yellow plate, and then in order to add a little bit of a gap, we're going to use these gray stoplights. Lastly, we'll include this curved piece. Again, it's just a sticker, it's not a printed piece, but it is pretty cool because it does include the little dots that Pac-Man eats, as well as little circles for, Pac-Man and the ghosts. So they still did a nice job with it. And now that we have those studs that are offset, we can attach on the computer screen. We'll use some black snot bricks to allow for building on the side. And then of course we need a label so that you could see that it's Pac-Man. We'll just use a 1x2 plate and this 1x2 white bracket that has a sticker on it that says Pac-Man, and that just goes right on front. So next we'll work on the sides. So another tile with a sticker, and we'll use a 1x6 black plate. And on the back side of the tile, we'll include a 1x3 plate. Flipping it over, we'll do just a little bit of a design with some yellow tiles. And this 2x2 tile that is cut at a 45-degree angle, so there's actually only 3 studs on there. And so that still gives you that nice angle that you would have with an actual arcade game. Next, we'll cover this with this angled yellow piece, which is the same as the blue pieces that we used for the flooring. Then we'll use a yellow 1x3 plate, and then flipping it over, a 1x2 black plate. And as you can probably tell, this will stick onto the side. So we have one side down. So we'll basically do the exact same thing on the other side, just mirrored. And then we will attach it onto the right side. I think they did a really good job of miniaturizing it. It's simple, but works well, and you can tell exactly what it is. So it will fit onto the flooring, and that will fit on the bottom here. As so. Next, they've included a minifigure, and it's a really cool gamer girl. And in her right hand, we're going to include this little coin. It has a 5 on it. I'm assuming it's supposed to be a nickel. And so now we will put her onto this one stud. You can angle her into actually trying to insert the coin. You can have her facing out. It's really up to you. Now for the last part, we'll just start building some accessories that you would find in a typical arcade. So we'll start with this red dome onto this front stud, and this little steering wheel onto this back stud. So next we'll take this 2x2 inverted curved tile and a 2x2 rounded jumper. So it's a 2x2 circular tile with one stud in the center with an open hole, and that gets stacked on top. And then we'll use this gray bar that has a little extension in the center, so that just slides right in. And this will go onto the steering wheel. And so it kind of looks like a little seat. Next we'll make what I think is a little gumball machine. So we'll start by taking this red stoplight facing to the right. We're going to include a red stud on the back. On the top, we'll put a metallic silver stud, and on the front, one more red stud. Through the back red stud, we'll include one more gray bar. On this stud, we'll include a transparent minifigure head. On top of the minifigure head, we include this transparent sphere that has a large space for a minifigure head. It will go right into that curved dome. And that's what it looks like so far. Now the last portion is to make a little TV, I think it is, or another arcade game. But we'll start by stacking a 2x2 plate that only has 2 studs on top of a 2x2 brick. This bracket. And on this bracket, we'll include a 1x2 plate. Again, this step feature now allows for a curve. And then on this side, we'll include this tile piece that has a bar attachment on the top So of course there's no actual screen on this one like there was on the Pac-Man machine. And this goes onto the open space on the floor. And there we have the finished vignette. So this is the back of the actual Pac-Man set. And so we will take off this back panel. So if I make a video on the actual Pac-Man machine itself, we'll be able to see how all of the internal components are made. But it does turn, and it is a really cool set. But anyway, I'm showing the back of this to you because this actually gets stored here, and it just gets stacked on top of these 2x2 jumpers that have one stud in the center. Of course, you can't really see as much of it when you have it facing this direction, but I will show it now with the other side. So this is what it looks like when you have it facing the other direction. I prefer this one just because you can see the minifigure and the gumball machine, but of course you're not able to see the Pac-Man machine as easily, so it's really up to you. If you want to see more of this set, I can definitely make those, but if you're not interested in that, I obviously won't. I want to show you sets that you enjoy. So if you enjoyed this content, please like, comment, subscribe, share. I'd really like to get this channel out there so that I can be able to help impact as many people as possible. Obviously, it goes without saying that building a set yourself is more enjoyable than watching me build it for you. But if you're not able to, it at least provides you with some access to LEGO content. Thanks again. I'm always open to suggestions, and I hope to see you for the next video.